No matter who you are, you have to admit that summer is just not the same anymore now that this guy isn't here anymore. Oh yeah? What's that? I am receiving word that if you drop a like on this video right now, we will get the ducky to return. Dude, this is such a gamer moment. The reality tree continues to send more of its roots across the map, this time with roots appearing just near rocky reels. In the past week or so, it definitely seems like these roots have picked up with their speed and frequency as to when and how far they're spreading. Of course, you already know that there are some trees sprouting up around from some of these saplings. By the end of the season, I wonder how many of these roots and trees there will actually be, as well as how much they are affecting the map. Top Hat Network says, I saw someone ask about what happens when a root reaches the Devourer's skull. I think it'll be resurrected. So, of course, last season when we had the mech return in that big live event, it led to speculation that the skull would be revived into the former Caddis because, let's be real, at least at one time in the past, that seemed pretty likely, but, of course, that didn't turn out to be. Which leaves us the question, why is this skull back on the map in the first place? I do think it means something, and who knows? Some people were asking how in the world they're gonna revive this creature that got stabbed through the face. Well, think about where these roots are coming from. They're coming from the reality tree. It's kind of like Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. Reality can be whatever you make it. If these roots continue to spread at the pace that they currently are, then in all likelihood there are most likely gonna be roots nearby that skull. I'm in no way saying this is definitely going to happen, but I will say keep your eyes peeled. Great comment. King Potato says, I think that cutting access between the reality tree and the 0 point will trap the Foundation and Jones on Geno's reality. As you guys know, this season the reality tree and the 0 point are connected. In my opinion, what's most likely happening here is the reality tree siphoning energy from the 0 point. The scientist in recent quest has already gone ahead and confirmed that something weird is going on, that is with the 0 point, and if this tree is in fact harvesting energy from the 0 point, then probably at some point later in the season something will revolve around cutting that energy supply. And that is where King Potato's comment really comes into play. As you guys know, the Foundation and Jones at the end of the last event jumped through the 0 point to go to Geno's reality. As to whether or not they are already back, I think that is a little bit up for debate because of the whole situation with their suits protecting them, and I mean, I don't really know because we do see these characters on the map right now as NPCs. I guess we'll just have to wait and see whether or not they actually got back or not. But again, this theory is suggesting that when at some point this season we have to cut the energy between the 0 point and the reality tree, that would sever the connection between wherever the Foundation and Jones are and where we are on the island. Who really knows what other unforeseen consequences could happen as a result of this potential event happening? The Secret Side says, imagine the island was mind controlled to be peaceful and whatever, but the 7 are secretly free because of their suits and are playing along to avoid any conflict for now. That's a good question. If the suits protect them against the loop, would it also protect them against potential brainwashing and mind control, i.e. what we think the Bloom Watcher is currently doing? If it did protect them, what good would it do to go out there and spread mass hysteria on the streets of Fortnite, right? They would have to play along for a number of reasons, the most important being do not alert the Bloom Watcher. But what exactly is the Bloom Watcher? We've tried to decipher that so far this season with no real evidence, but here we go. We have Emerald leaving a comment saying this is a bit of a stretch, but I think the Bloom Watcher may actually be the 0 point as its humanoid form. And when the 7 freed the 0 point, it may have been free to use its trees to spread across the universe. So I gotta admit, this one is really interesting and it might be a stretch, but it's still fun to think about. This theory is suggesting that the 0 point has a mind of its own, and now that it has finally been liberated, it's intentionally powering up the reality tree to spread its roots across the map, and the Bloom Watcher could be the human version of the 0 point / reality tree, which is now possible again because it's been liberated. Really fun to think about, but definitely take it with an extreme grain of salt. What do you guys think is going on? Make sure to let me know in the comments. By the way, I'm running a V-Buck giveaway right now, and today is the last day to enter. Make sure to join the Discord, link below, and anybody there would be more than happy to help you out. Have a great day, and peace.